Good morning friends, welcome to Sharekhan pre-market roundup. Firstly on the global markets, on Wednesday when we closed, most of the European markets were trading in green by around half to 1% across the board, whereas the American markets were showing a flattish to positive opening for the Dow Jones and Nasdaq. Finally, by the end of the day, the Euro closed in green on Wednesday, and Euro closed in green on Thursday as well, with a sizable lead. And for last 2 days, we had seen a rally of around 1 to 1.5-2% across the board in the European markets. Whereas the Dow Jones has also gone up by around 1.6-1.7% yesterday. That was Dow up by around 300 plus points and Nasdaq up by around 75 plus points. We'll see the effect coming in our markets also as well. As of now, SGX Nifty is quoting up opening of around 83.30, 83.35 levels, which is up by around 75 to 80 points what we saw on Wednesday. Coming to our markets, on Wednesday we saw a lot of volatility with market at one point of time trading in green by around 15-20 points, and from there on going into negative around 50 points, and finally Nifty managing to close somewhere around 15-20 points, 25 points on the lower side. As of now, SGX Nifty is quoting in green, and as the Asian markets also suggesting, we will have a positive opening for markets by around 75 to 80 points on Nifty. Let's have a look at derivatives data now. Nifty was marginally up around 0.10%, 8 to 9 points on Wednesday, higher on Wednesday. Open interest now stands at 2.58 lakh 80,000 shares, which is a 0.6%, that is 1.55 lakh shares were added in open interest. This is the highest open interest since last month's expiry, and it is the highest open interest seen in last 6 to 8 months time frame as well. TCR is still at a comfortable level of 1.05, which is 0.96% higher than the previous close. On the options front, lot of activity seen in 83, 84, 500 call option, and 81, 82, 8300 put options. 83, 84 and 8500 call options all have seen marginal reduction in open interest by around 1 to 2%. But still 8300 call option having close to 60 lakh shares in open interest, whereas 8400 call option is having 44.75 lakh shares in open interest. Today we will probably, as per the SGX code, we will open about this 8300 option level, and we can see some shortcoming coming in this 8300 call option as well today. Now 8400 will be a major level of resistance for market, and before that 8360 will act as a resistance point. On the active put options front, 8200 put option has added 11% in open interest, is now sitting with 56 lakh shares in open interest, which is highest among the put options, followed by 8100 at 49.4 lakh shares, and 8300 put option having 16.33 lakh shares in open interest. So the 8200 level will act as a strong support point for market. Previously it was 8100 which was having the highest open interest, but now 8200 level in Nifty will act as a strong support point. There is no stock in ban period. In index futures, FIIs were buyer by 148 crore rupees, whereas in index options they were seller by 1331 crore rupees. In stock futures they were buyer by 54 crore rupees, and in stock options they were seller by 80 crore rupees. Nifty 5-day VWAP is at 8240 level. For that will act as the first support level, and the second support level will be 8200, which is also having the highest put open interest. On the higher side, 8300 is the higher range, but that will be crossed in the opening trade, and we will have to see that whether market remains above those levels of 8300. As of now, SGX is quoting at 8321, which is up 74.5 points. Now let's have a look at some of the trading ideas for the day. The first idea being STFC. On Wednesday there was news flow that foreign investors cannot invest more in STFC, but later on after the market hours there was clarification that foreign investors can now invest to 74% in Shriram Transport Finance. The stock was down 700% at one point of time, and finally managed to regain from those levels and close down around 4% only. For today, action to be taken in STFC is long STFC with a stop at 915 for a target of 955 to 975. Lupin has got US update known for melnazepran hydrochloride drug. Action to be taken in Lupin is long Lupin with a stop at 2025 for a target of 2110 and 2130. Kalpataru Power has emerged as lowest bidder for transmission project worth rupees 1800 crore. Action to be taken in Kalpataru Power is long Kalpataru Power with a stop at 253 for a target of 267 to 272 rupees. PETRONET LNG, which is India's biggest liquefied natural gas importer, is shelling out rupees 400 crore every quarter in demurrage charges for ships idling because of its PSU buyers refusing to buy expensive imported gas. Action to be taken in PETRONET LNG is short PETRONET LNG with a stop at 196 for a target of 186 and 182. On some of the important news flow for the day, Aditya Birla Chemical has got shareholders approval now to raise up to rupees 1200 crore rupees. India Bulls Real Estate has got plan approval for London project. ATC has signed agreement to acquire 50% stake in Vyom. This will give Shrey Infra a cash flow of close to 3,000 crore rupees. Arcom is in talks with BSNL, Vodafone, Idea for 2G intra-circle roaming. On some of the important results which came in last couple of days are Idea Cellular consolidated net profit at 809.3 crore rupees versus CNBC TV18 poll of 814 crore rupees. ExxonMobil numbers were up 15% at 41 crore rupees versus 36 crore rupees YOY. Wipro quarter 2 PAT at 2230 crore rupees, quarter 2 sales at 12,570 crore rupees, and the company has given statement that they are seeing a muted growth in quarter 3. Cadila has posted 41% jump in net profit to 391 crore rupees. And Delta Corp has turned profitable and profit was at 6.5 crore rupees with a loss of 3.6 crore rupees YOY. On some of the important results for the day are Asian Paints, Inox Leisure and Bharti Infra. Asian Paints estimated profit will be at 441.5 crore rupees, Inox Leisure 24.1 crore rupees and Bharti Infra till 583 crore rupees. On stocks with positive bias are Hero Moto Corp, Infosys and BEML. Stocks with negative bias are Kotak Bank, Oil India and Dr. Reddy. Stocks for investment are Aditya Birla Nuo, Britannia, HDFC Bank, Tata Motor DVR and Z. That's all friends from our side. Thanks and bye. Have a nice trading session.